Okay, so we've now done the kind of building to iterate, fleshing out the idea, developing it. We did a storyboard of the experience. And both of those activities were really meant to help us think through our concept, but also to understand and surface assumptions that we're making that we want to test with the next round of prototypes and testing. I'm going to zoom out. Let's think about like what are those priority assumptions that we want to be sure we test. So looking, I'm up at the building to iterate. So I wonder about that like funny team of experts or credibility, if that's an
Hmm.
interesting one, or the maybe those are two that we test together.
I think so. Yeah,
Okay. And then I actually wonder if the two assumptions below that, like, is the learning how to learn, or is learning how to learn helpful, and also is the knowledge versus the activity more important? I feel like
I
those are
agree.
our next two.
Totally.
Okay, cool. Are there any that we're missing that we want to be sure to test?
I am so curious about like length of time and format version, but I think we'll get those. I think that in a way those are embedded in the ideas that we're developing.
Yep.
So
Okay,
so
cool.
and I think we're gonna make the thing that we're gonna make, and however long it is will be a reference point for what they think about it.
Great. Is there anything from the storyboard that we want to be sure we don't lose?
I wonder, is there a way to incorporate this like students would be willing and able to try a strategy?
Yep.
Is that a way to help us, and whoever we recruit to test this next prototype, maybe we ask them to do it with a child? I think that might be an important.
Yes.
So it's not just like what do the parents think about it, but what do
Dude,
the kids think about it?
yeah, I think that's a great point. Um, my cat is here. Okay, cool. So yeah, I wonder, and I like this idea of like maybe that's the third prototype, which is that we ask them, like maybe we introduce it and we do a similar kind of test like we did before, but then there's an added step which we should communicate in advance about them trying it out with their kids and then reporting back.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so
Oh,
maybe there's a way that we can ask them to test it ahead of our conversation with them,
oh,
um,
interesting. Yep.
and keep some notes or take a video or something, and then we can have our debrief conversation with them. So anyway, I'm not entirely sure what the answer is, but maybe we can try to figure that out so that we can be efficient with our time that we're asking of people to participate.
Yep. Okay, so to test those first two ideas, what should we do?
I wonder if we like create a team of characters like from stock photos and create some like names and kind of personalities or something. Like, you mentioned this idea of like one person's a cognitive expert and one person's a teacher and one person's a architect, and there's like a child that's sort of the like, you know sort of voice of reason or something, or the comic. So like, is there a way to maybe sort of just create like introduce like something that's like your slide deck of like introduce the team
Yeah,
and just see.
make
um
a slide, or maybe it's like make a video introducing the team of experts.
and maybe we call it like maybe the video can be like the origin story,
Oh, yeah,
which
love
is a
it.
very like comic book, like
Yes.
where did they come from and how did they get to now. Of course it would also be like 2 minutes long, but
Right. I love that.
I also wonder if there's just is it possible, and we'll figure this out as we're actually like making it, but one character that's just like not an expert in the like their expertise is just like they just are a parent at home doing the most or something, or maybe that's what the kid's role
Yeah,
is it's like there's no they're not a scientist, they're just
right.
a regular everyday person.
Yep. Great.
Okay.
And so we're trying to learn, who is my computer is very sad. Who is appealing to the audience? Ah, goodness, my computer. Okay, great. And then how will we make sense of that? We will show the video and maybe like I make also like a quick comic thing and debrief. Okay, what? Oh my gosh, my computer is really struggling. Okay, so next prototype. What's more important, the knowledge strategy or the guided activity? And is learning how to learn helpful? So I think it's like making a short video of a strategy.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
And then sharing the video. Oh, wait, we're trying to learn those questions about is knowledge. Oh, goodness. Wow. Okay. Is knowledge alone or an activity preferred? So maybe it's like making two videos.
Yeah.
Make two short videos of strategy and then activity. And then we would show and debrief again. And then the last one I think is ask parents to try out with kids.
Yeah.
And we're trying to learn if this is helpful for students. And then we would kind of debrief with the parents again.
Great.
Or and students, if possible, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, great.
All right, I feel pretty good about this. This is really exciting.
Yeah, totally. This is great. All right, well, let's make our prototypes and get ready for testing.
Awesome.
All right, great. Thanks.